Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Thank you. Now enjoy the show.
Hey, what it do, y'all? Thanks for tuning in to another episode of RAERAEs Review. I'm going to let you know what happened on Kanan, right? Season 4, episode 4. 4 and 4. Although it is Power Book 3. Is there going to be a book 4? Let's see. Power Book 2 was with Tariq. That's no longer. But okay, 4 is Force. Okay. That's with Tommy. So we got 3 and 4. So are they just going to... I wonder, they didn't. I think Force is coming on after. You know what? I don't know. Anywho, we're just gonna move on because I was gonna start talking about the different. Anyway, whatever. Hey, it's whatever's clever. Anyway, listen. The one thing I want to say is I really wish that the series involving Councilman Tate would have came out. That would have been good because that man can act. He's been acting since he was 2 years old. Looked like he's 5 years old. He's kept up fairly well. His brother, although, was taken off the set, with the, book 2. It is what it was, child. But anywho, yeah, Kanan grown. He ain't finishing school. He's shacking up with the heifer that was in the group with Juke, who got Juke jumped, trying to ruin Juke's chance of leading the group. And then the group disbanded because Popo came in and ruined everything, thinking they had a smoking GUN and they had nothing. Just messed up everything. Anyway, Kanan being real grown, just out there being grown, but maybe this episode, or rather this season, we're going to find out just how ruthless Kanan ended up being as he was in the Power. Child, Kanan was no joke, and Juke was too. Ooh, I can't wait to find out how things is going to progress. Woo! Anywho, let's see. Power Book 3, Raising Kanan, Season 4, Episode 4. It starts off with, okay, now I'm going to call him this. The name I'm about to say ain't got nothing to do with the show, but I only remember his name from Queen Sugar, Basie Skanks. Remember, if anybody watched Queen Sugar, he turned out to be the half-brother of somebody who was out to get them folks running the church on Queen Sugar due to the pastor somehow or another being involved with Basie Skank's father passed him back in the day. Anywho, I just know him. I just don't remember his name on the show. Anyway, so when I say Basie Skanks, that's what I'm talking about. So we see Basie Skanks on his balcony at the hotel smoking. Look like a cigarette, whatever he's smoking it. And you can just tell something about to happen. Ain't nobody just out there first of all, somebody from way back coming back. He was gone the whole season 3. That's why I don't really remember his name and carrying on. But anywho, so he on the balcony smoking and he enjoying his time smoking. I guess we know what kind of smoking that was because anybody got that happy off of some Marlboros or some Camels, whatever, Newport. So anyway, Basie Skanks out there. He come back in the room chilling. Next thing you know, he gets snuck by Marvin, thrown in the laundry basket, And Marvin throws some laundry stuff on top, and he just whistling while he worked, whistling, going through the hallway, sees the cute little, housekeeping attendant looking her up and down as he gets into the elevator. Child, what is going on? Why is Marvin kidnapping Basie Skanks? Next thing you know, we see him working Basie Skanks over. That he didn't took him to some abandoned YMCA or something with a pool. He got him in the pool in the deep part in a chair tied up. He wake up to getting smacked all around. He's like, "What do you want from me?" Like Tyrese, but in a real subtle, I'm hurt kind of way. Physically, I'm in pain kind of way, like I can barely talk. Not the usual, but yeah, he's just getting worked over. He's usually a light-skinned man, look like natural, wavy, curly, maybe straight hair, blemish free. Well, Marvin gave him all the blemishes, and he looked dark skinned because of the bruising. Dang, Marvin. And Marvin ain't took off no rings either, so Lord knows what kind of internal bleeding's going on. Anywho, next we see Raq. She's still arguing with her mom, who is terminally ill from the CA, mad because she found out the way she found out. Bottom of the line is Raq arguing with her mom is upset because her mom is passing away slowly. Her mom was like, "Listen, I'm sorry that I had to tell you like that, but what else was I supposed to do? She can't change the past." Raq was just saying, just like how you always do, and I can't forgive you. And so it all boils down to Raq losing her mom, hoping that they could have, had something, but who knows? Maybe before her mom passes away, they will reconcile to the point where there's some respectability in all this, because I can't imagine dying from the CA and arguing with somebody that I did wrong, even as my seed. Hey, that's why you always hear, make it right, because tomorrow ain't promised. Child, listen. And Raq was tearing up as she was arguing and leaving out of her mama's apartment. So that lets you know right there, Raq is just being hard and don't want to give in. Looking at my notes, making sure I got everything. But yeah, so next we see Juke. She come over to Kanan's, and then Kanan's girlfriend Crystal is there, and Juke was like, "Hey, what's up? What we doing? What we doing? What's going on?" He's like, "Well, I'm about to leave. I got some business to take care of." And Juke's like, "Well, I can come back when you got time." He's like, "No, you and Crystal, work things out, So Crystal pretty much is convinced Kanan that, amongst other things, she convinced him to do to leave Juke with her so she can make things right. Apparently, Crystal know where her bread is buttered, and she needs to make it right with Juke because she's the only one Kanan will do for besides her. You know what I'm saying? So next we go back to Babe. He's still screaming for his life and carrying on. So Raq makes her presence known. She got the pistol playing Russian roulette. Every time she pull it, he just, squirt a little bit more pee out of himself. And he's like just begging, "What do you want? God, Jesus, Father, God, Peter, Joseph, Mary." He's just trying to get the pain to stop, child. So she finally said, "Well, I want your heroin connect." He's like, "That's all you wanted? Hey, I could have gave it to you." More hits for Marvin. Then they, go fade to black. Not him, but they just fade to black. Apparently he's still alive. So he gave her the info she needed. Next thing you know, we at the music exec, meets up with Lou and Be Real in the booth. Apparently she's some big time who works with the pop part of the label, coming over to work with the rap part of the label that Lou has all the rap stuff. so far they only got B-Rilla. And she wants to help make sure that he's successful. And she's over there to work with Lou. Lou was real dismissive. He was like, we ain't got time for you, heifer. We got work to do. B-Rilla come out looking her up and down like he hungry. I mean, I look at him up and down like I'm hungry, so I know what I'm talking about. That man is fine. Lord have mercy. Anyway, see, I know we look like outside the show. I'm just saying, ooh, big, tall, something. Anywho, like I said, Lou ain't got time for this heifer. And, so she finally get the picture. She stayed real professional, even though Lou was being a butt wipe. So after she leave, the actual person running the board, moving all the stuff and whatnot, he was like, man, she's a big deal over there in the pop side. I seen her work miracles. And Lou was like, well, I'm a miracle worker over here. So, pop that track and be really getting there so we can finish finish this here right here. So anywho, that was it for them. Hopefully things will work out. Next we see Kanan. He's on his way out to meet with Snaps and Pops, give them a weekly payout. He let him know he was due to the robbery. They asked, was your mama hit too? He was like, ask her. Shoot. They was like, what? He was like, well, a hit is a hit, meaning, yeah, she was hit too. So now it ain't just Rock knowing that she's getting hit all over. Now Snaps and Pops is finding out that somebody is hitting Rock and Kanan. So gotta be somebody that they know, right? That's how it always be. Ain't nobody just randomly hitting up these two people's spots. Anywho, I can't wait till they find out Eunique is back. Anyway, well, hell, ain't never left. So yeah, so they offer Kane an opportunity to be his own man and showcase who he is because he can't hide behind his mama's name. He said he ain't trying to hide behind his mama's name. He is who he is. He want to be known for who he is. And they like to hear that. So they introduce him to somebody, and we're going to find out who that somebody is in a few minutes. They give Kanan the lowdown about what's good in the hood and what's best not to be at rest. I just made that up. Anywho, yeah, so Kanan gonna find out what's going on. Next, we see Eunique. He over at Earl's down to the auto mechanic, talking about he want to come out of hiding and everything. And next thing you know, Marvin yelling out, hey Earl, where you at, man? So then Eunique go somewhere, and Earl like, I'll be out in a minute. Come to find out, Marvin got a business opportunity for him. And it's that same business opportunity that he took Brother Man out when Brother Man was talking mess. And then Marvin put him up full of lead like a number 2 pencil. So that's the job that he's introducing Homeboy to. But first, he got to meet up with Tony Danza. So Homeboy is ready to take on some new work. Marvin was like, well, I'll get a cut. It won't be too big. Just a little something to show your appreciation. Other than that, he said, again, we just doing a little something. It ain't no big to do because he's good with numbers. Remember the dude that Marvin took out for Tony Danza was taking care of the books and everything for his bookie operation down there. I'm thinking Corona. Don't ask me. That's a Corona here in California, but he's showing out here somewhere on the East Coast. Anywho, that was that on that. So Juke at the gay bar, making eyes with some Latina, white girl, or whoever, across the way. She on the dance floor. Her homegirl's like, oh, shoot, I think you caught a fish. Oh, shoot, fish on the line. And it's kind of, sort of, they meet up and the girl offer her a drink. She's like, no, I'm good. Juke nervous, she ain't really did everything yet. She had a little taste of cooch when she went to Spelman. That's the first time we've seen Juke actually perform the act. Now she was kissing on the cold, doing a little dry humping and carrying on, but it wasn't nothing, that actually happened from what we saw. Anyway, so Juke got a little taste of, she had a little cat, catfish fillet down in Spelman. So now she's, on the prowl for the most part, enjoying herself and her new surroundings. And she's feeling quite comfortable hanging out with the homie that she met the first day. So at the end of that, conversation, she and the new fish on the line just said hello, introduced each other, and pretty much said, I'll see you later type of thing. It wasn't no big deal. After that, her and her friend trying to see if they want to go get something to eat. Maybe they go to IHOP or Waffle House, whatever they got over there. So the friend sees a guy coming towards them. And so she tries to walk off with Juke. First, not wanting to go. Now she wanted to go because she sees some dude. Come to find out that's her husband. So in the same time of her telling Juke, my husband is here and it's going to be a problem, the man grabbed her, knocked Juke down. She almost blacked out. I mean, she got she looked tore up like somebody beat her up with him just knocking her down to the ground like that. It wasn't like he knocked her out or roughed her up a little bit. Anywho, she was, almost incoherent, like, almost passing out. All she saw was the dude throw her into the car. Her talking about, I don't want to go. No, I don't want to go. Ain't nobody stopped them. And so everybody coming at the club anyway, but ain't nobody saying nothing. Ain't nobody trying. Now, mind you, a gang of females, some of them stronger than the other ones. Some of them probably could match him, but ain't nobody did nothing to help this woman. That's my thing. It's more y'all than him. All you got to do is grab her. Anyway, it's a whole lot that they could have did. I hate that. Do something. Don't just let crimes happen in front of you like that. But I know, folks is crazy. You don't know what they hold and what they ain't. But at the same time, that's your girl. That's your sis getting dragged off by some man. Even though it is her husband, child. I mean, dang, call 911. Do something, child. Don't do nothing. Anywho, but something about to be done. Child, wait till we get to that part. Anyway, where was I at? My note. Yeah, so he knocks her down and grabs a woman. They gone. Next, you see Eunique visiting an old friend. And this old friend is somebody who, how could I say? He got took. So pretty much he got stole on regarding his business by Rock. And Rock, that's when Rock and Eunique was rolling together. And so Eunique is telling him, man, listen, I had no choice in the matter, but now that I'm back and everything, I'm ready to make it right. And if you ready, then we can do the doggone thing. So the dude welcomes him into his apartment. So now we know Eunique got another ally, somebody who, child, listen, this dude is off the chain, almost like Eunique. So Rock meets up with Basie Connect. Because she lets them know, I don't want to be a supplier. I want to be a distributor with my own rules. So he gives her a little hard time, but ends up letting her know, okay, come back and we can do some business. So we see Lou gets told he has to play nice with the music exec. The head of the label is letting them know, listen, I know you got it going on, Lou, but you still need some help. You new at this. So pretty much I respect you. I got your back, but y'all gonna have to work together. Period, point blank. I won't hear nothing else about it. It is what it is. Then now we see Kanan. He meets with the person that Snaps and Pops hooked him up with. It's Quan, the dude that Rock was getting her stuff from. So Kanan pretty much let Quan know, listen, I'm my own man. I'm not my mother's son in that way. We got different things going on, and I'm here on my own recognizance. And don't talk to my mama about me. Don't talk to me about my mama. I don't want to hear shit else about my mama. Just talk to me about me. Quan like that because Quan don't like Rock. Child. So then Quan, in turn, gives Kanan some info on the next person he gonna talk to. Wait till you find out who that is. Shoot, Kanan made it plain. Anyway, Eunique and friend hit up Rock's distribution center. Remember how she got this is season 3, how she approached this I think it's okay. So the people who passed were Vietnamese. I think I called them Chinese. My bad. I'm not quite sure. So I'm gonna say Asian moving forward. So the Asian folks who Eunique took out in episode 3 was getting their stuff, their product delivered by this distribution center. And the distribution center is who Raq found just off the cuff. Like, okay, so if they're getting their stuff delivered, maybe she can convince the delivery service to, work for her. So that delivery service was known to Eunique. So Eunique and his homie went there to rob the place. Well, his homie didn't make it out. Eunique did. It was a failed attempt, but Eunique was the only one who ran away scot-free. Ooh, child, there's a lot going on. And somewhere else Raq was hit. So Raq definitely knows somebody is trying to mess with her business. So next we see Kanan going to Tony Danza's place, child. So Snaps and Pops introduced Kanan to Quan. Quan introduced Kanan to Tony Danza. So Tony Danza knew who Kanan was. He said, listen, I know your mama, and I ain't with all this riffraff and the back and forth. I want nothing to do with you. No shade, but I'm dealing with your mama, and I'm not gonna deal with you. So don't come back over here. Don't talk to me. Don't look at me. Don't even lose my address, lose my number. Don't even think about me no more. Bye. See, Tony Danza's old school. He recognized a con when he saw one. So I wonder what he gonna do with Quan. Probably nothing. Because I think Tony Danza is above Quan, since Quan is introducing. Yeah. Anywho, we gonna find out if Quan gonna make it. Because Tony Danza got 2 allies in the Thomas family. That's Raq and Marvin doing things for him. So he might just show, some a little bit of blind loyalty for them and I don't know. I just think Quan is gonna get handled by somebody. I don't know. But anyway, what else happened, child? Oh, so Marvin. So Juke is at the house putting ice on her face, and Marvin come home and look and say, what's going on with your face? Who put hands on you? So she looking at him, and next thing you know, we see them pulling up to her homegirl's place. She's like, yeah, she said she lived on the 3rd floor. Child, Marvin go take his pistol. She's like, no, leave that here. Please leave it here. So he left the pistol with her, but that didn't mean nothing because Marvin knocked on the door 2 or 3 times. As soon as her husband opened it, pow, go on the whipping his. That's what I'm talking about. Ain't no questions asked. Ain't no, it's the mailman. I got a delivery service. As soon as you open the door, we weren't going to work. That's all I got to say about that. Good for Marvin, but he turned his back after he beat him up real bad. And next thing you know, some carving tool is slicing Marvin's arm. And right when Marvin is almost about to lose the fight, next thing you know, his head get blown off by Juke. So they run out, and then she looking back, making sure nobody following them. And, so they got away, hopefully. But Marvin's, DNA is at the scene. So, child, I hope that they sent somebody over there to clean up. But it is a public apartment, and cars were there. Woo, that's going to be something because Marvin's DNA was at the scene. Oh, my gosh. Because he... not just drippings, but the deceased dude, the husband of Juke's friend, put his fingers into Marvin's wound to make it worse so he can get the best of Marvin. So it's under his fingernails, and they gonna I can just see it now by episode 7. I mean, what is this? Which one is this, child? Oh, episodes. Yeah, by episode 7, it's gonna be some mess Anyway, what else happened? Where was I looking at my notes? So next you see Rock meeting up with the Connect through Homie. And so she meets up with him and she has to meet up with him alone. And she's, talking to him and everything. And he's just letting her know, yeah, I think we can do some business. So we're going to find out what's happened after that, child. Next, we see Eunique meets with Sal Pacelli, that wife. That's the dude that Marvin took out down to the christening, and let her know that he knows who did it, and I want to help you. So apparently, he got another ally, and child, this just gonna be hell on wheels. Next, you see Kanan visiting Uncle Lou, meets B-Rilla, and they both worried about Fang. They don't know where he at. They just know he is, he did meet with Popo, but they just don't know where he at. And he ain't with Popo, apparently. So we gonna find out, y'all. Now we see Rock gets a visit at her house, gets a visit from NYPD about her attorney who was found deceased. Oh man, they were there to question her about his death. I just want to know because she may have been the last person to be seen with him alive, or the last person to have met with him before his untimely demise. So she was like, well, we just talk shop. We don't do nothing else, so it is what it is. And so now she's just upset about that. And that was the end, y'all. That was episode 4. Yes, it was. Well, episode 5 is coming through next week. Don't forget to come back. But before you do, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. I'll catch you next time. Bye. All day.